pride on parade. Hundreds of thousands mark a big day for lesbians and gays. And caught in the ice, trapped whales struggle to survive in Canada's far north.
Sunday Report with Susan Bonner.
Gays and lesbians around the world took to the streets today to celebrate. It is Gay Pride Day, and in Toronto, the annual parade was more successful than ever before. As Simon Dingley reports, it's finally marching into the mainstream.
Freedom of expression was the order of the day. The Toronto event is one of the largest pride parades in the world. Hundreds of thousands of people celebrated downtown. It's a chance for gays and lesbians to relax and make a statement.
This is our day to be exactly who we are without fear of any type of recrimination.
There's a stereotype that gay people are the killers, child molesters, all drag queens. It's not. We're everyday, normal people.
Will Monroe says gays face a lot less discrimination now.
It's a lot better here in Toronto than it was when I first got here. It's a great city for this.
This year's celebration comes on the heels of an important ruling by the Supreme Court of Canada. A judgment last month ordered Ontario to change its definition of spouse to include same-sex couples.
It's just a very positive thing. It's just another acknowledgement for the community that, that society as a whole is becoming more accepting.
And so is big business. The number of corporate sponsors during Pride Week is up 75%. Companies say participation can mean profits.
Good for business? It helps. It helps. It definitely helps.
A handful of politicians showed their support for equal rights.
It's a vibrant community that makes a real contribution. It's important politically as well as socially.
Organizers say the parade is becoming more accepted by people outside the lesbian and gay community.
Whether you're gay, lesbian, black, white, we're human beings. That's the bottom line.
Pauline Cunningham and her daughter watched the parade for the first time.
Most Canadians are very accepting people, and we have an open mind.
There was some nudity again this year, much to the chagrin of Toronto's mayor.
People are getting the impression of gays that they're, that some of them are nuts. And if they do go around nude, that's the impression people get.
But most kept their clothes on, and police say the parade was orderly. Simon Dingley, CBC News, Toronto.
There was a colorful spectacle in Toronto today as hundreds of thousands of people gathered to celebrate Gay Pride. Dancing, floats, and corporate sponsorship signal growing acceptance for the gay community. Coming up on CTV News. The people of Toronto came out in force today for the biggest gay parade this country has ever seen. About 750,000 people lined the streets of downtown Toronto to enjoy the color and to bask in the glow of a community that has come of age. As CTV's Andrea Case reports, a spectacle that once offended many has become part of Canada's mainstream.
More than a dozen city blocks on the world's longest street were turned into a drag strip today in Toronto for the Gay Pride Parade. En route, hundreds stepped out in colorful costumes and gowns and tiaras. For others in Canada's largest gay and lesbian parade, the outfit of choice was the bare minimum. This Montreal man says the spectacle was worth the trip.
So that's what it's all about. Integration, having fun. It's not all that serious. We love to have a good time.
Leading the way was Toronto Mayor Mel Lastman. Lastman, who attended his first Gay Pride Parade last year, says there's room for everyone in Toronto, home to the third largest gay community in North America.
And revenge from last year. They got me soaking wet. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know anything about water guns. And the people squirt you in the Gay Pride Parade. So I brought with my gun to protect myself.
Hundreds of thousands of people have lined some of Toronto's busiest streets for the annual Gay Pride Parade. But this is not just a parade where gays and lesbians are out having a good time. This is a parade where people of all walks of life have come out in support. Including Federal Health Minister Alan Rock, who joined a group of provincial and local politicians.
It's a happy day. I think it's a celebration as the gay and lesbian community is I think, really celebrating a lot of advances in recent years. So it's just a lot of fun.
Corporate sponsors were front and center with religious and mainstream businesses whose employees came out marching along with dozens of other floats.
We know there have always been gay people for years in all these companies. Now they're coming out.
Toronto police say threatened parade protests did not materialize. On the contrary, perhaps a sign that the community is finally reaching greater acceptance in Canada. Andrea Case, CTV News, Toronto.
Toronto didn't party alone. From New York to San Francisco, gays and lesbians took to the streets to commemorate and celebrate. Thousands danced their way down New York's Fifth Avenue. The festivities, like those around the world, marked the 30th anniversary of the Stonewall riots in New York City. In 1969, a police raid on a gay bar triggered street battles and prompted the birth of the gay rights movement. 500,000 people jammed the sidewalks to watch the merrymaking on the streets of San Francisco. With North America's largest gay community, the city has long been at the vanguard of the fight for gay rights.